This morning, a bill in Congress would protect recording artists from having their lyrics used against them in court. The measure is called the Rap Act, or Restoring Artist Protections. Proponents say it's aimed at protecting a musician's right to creative expression. Tommy Kennedy, a rapper from Racine, Wisconsin, is serving a life sentence for murder in part due to his lyrics being used against him at trial.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was the quote-unquote Rap Act. Now, the whole point of the Rap Act is to protect quote-unquote minorities, meaning black men mostly, from having their rap lyrics used against them in the court of law. We've seen quite a few cases. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But in Atlanta, if you live in the area, you probably heard about it. You got two big rappers, Young Thug, the dead giveaway, right? The name, Young Thug and Gunna, who are both been locked up as part of a RICO case. These guys are facing many years in the penitentiary. They probably won't come home anymore. Gunna, maybe he might come home because it appears like he's not really involved like that. He's kind of like the passenger seat rider. You know, if you have one guy in the driver's seat doing all the shooting, the killing, and thugging, and drugging, and you got the one guy who's right there, he's not necessarily doing it, but he's right there. He may get some time, but he won't get the ultimate time that the shooter would get. Not all the time. Sometimes, depending upon where you live, it doesn't really matter what role you play in a crime. If you were there, you get the same punishment as everybody else, but he may not get that. But different story, I'll talk about that a little bit later. But Young Thug is like the leader of a record label and or gang called YSL. In Atlanta, they are allegedly involved in 50 murders. 50 murders they were involved in some kind of way. Either they pulled the trigger, they sent out the hit, or something like that. And speaking about sending out hits, aside from the lyrics, which we'll get to in a minute, aside from the lyrics of his music, where they talking about the gang lingo and they talking about YSL, they talking about shooting, talking about people's names, aside from all of that, they got Young Thug on audio tape talking to people in jail, talking about, oh, y'all ain't killed them yet. Speaking about those that are in jail and other guys that are out of jail or in jail with them that need to quote unquote get hit, get killed, or whatever it is. Oh, y'all ain't killed them yet. Y'all soft. Basically ordering guys that are in jail to go commit acts of violence and or murder. So the rap lyrics don't even come into play at that particular point. But let's go to the rap lyrics. And matter of fact, before I continue, there's an article, and I'm gonna link to this article in the description. And this whole thing is stupid. And just so I'm clear, so we're crystal clear, I do not support the Rap Act because just for one moment before we get to the article, this is the same video from earlier, so we don't gotta watch that. But there are plenty of guys in jail on flimsier evidence than rap lyrics, much flimsier. I mean, the rap lyrics usually aren't going to be enough. That's just what they kind of get you on maybe initially, or it gives them a lead. Let's just say, for example, some guy gets killed in a particular neighborhood and he's part of a particular gang. Now, you, Mr. Rapper, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come back to the article. Now, you, Mr. Rapper, you're part of the rival gang. You in your songs talk about how much you don't like this guy, how much you hate this guy, how much you want to kill this guy. So this guy that you don't like, you hate, rival gang, y'all have had back and forth exchanges all over the place. This guy winds up dead in your neighborhood, right in front of your house. And then your rap song, you talk about how much you want to kill him, how much you got to die. You're going to kill him in your hood. If he comes to your hood, you're going to smoke him. And he gets killed right in your neighborhood. So who they going to come to first? I mean, why would they not put 2 and 2 together and get 4? That's just common sense, okay? And you have a lot of unsolved murders in the hood. So if somebody's giving you evidence like this or giving you a big lead like that, you should chase it, okay? The police are going to follow leads. They're going to see where it goes. And if there's something there, then they're going to work it. That's just how it works. That's just called police work. So, I mean, if a rapper wants to give them leads like that, then that's their business. You know, it shouldn't be no Rap Act to prevent lyrics from being used in a criminal case. How about these rappers stop telling on themselves in their music? I mean, surely there must be more to rap about than actual crimes you committed. Surely there must be more to rap about other than implicating yourself in robberies, murders, kidnappings, carjackings. There must be something else. I mean, talk about how good life is. Talk about how you blessed to be here another day. Talk about how warm the sunshine feel on your skin and you out there on a hot summer day going fishing or camping or something. Yeah, talk about something like that. You're talking about you killed somebody and you really did it. And then you're like, oh, well, they're trying to attack rap music. How are they trying to attack rap music? You said that. You did that. That's your fault. Not you guys that are watching, so don't get triggered at this point. And I'm talking about, this is just, my finger pointing at the rappers and want to go out there, shoot, kill, thug, and drug, rap about it, and then get mad when they go to the penitentiary based on what they said in their song, which matches what they did. But let's get to the article because I want to read a little bit more because I kind of skimmed through it and there were some things in there that just set my spidey sensors real. The sensors were tingling, but let's go here. So there's an exception. I'm not sure what that is. Hold on. Let's see. The subsection includes exceptions or the lyrics may be admitted if it has been determined that the defendant, quote, intended a literal meaning, unquote. They intend to adopt the literal meaning of unoriginal content if the lyrics include specific references to the alleged crime. The lyrics are needed to determine facts of the case, or if, quote, the expression has distinct probative value not provided by other admissible evidence. I mean, wouldn't that be all the lyrics? Wouldn't they fall under that category? This is kind of this bill, just from this little bit that I read right here, appears to be no more than just a PR stunt because it's nothing. Because if the lyrics are going to be used in the criminal case, then there's got to be something there that will link it. It can't just be nothing. There's got to be something there that links it. That's what I'm thinking, right? Doesn't that make sense? But maybe I'm just incorrect. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that I'm not incorrect. Let's continue. Tommy Huntswell Kennedy, a rapper from Racine, is currently serving a life sentence for murder after his rap lyrics were used against him in a trial. Now, the question is, did he do it? Now, the rap lyrics were used, but did they find DNA evidence? Did they find a murder weapon? Did it have a body? Did it have eyewitnesses? Was there a confession? I'm sure there was more than just the rap lyrics that got him sentenced to life in the penitentiary. I'm sure there was more. Maybe the rap lyrics, that was a lead that the police followed. And then when they followed the lead, they went down the whole yellow brick road, found a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You understand? They found what they were trying to find from the very beginning based on that very good lead from the killer telling on himself. But let's continue here. Gunna and Young Thug are examples of other rappers embroiled in legal issues where law, if enacted, might apply. Where the law, if enacted, might apply. I mean, they got them guys. They got at least Young Thug going. The police on the prison phone talking about, oh, y'all ain't killed them yet. Y'all soft. They already have him talking about that on just recorded audio of him talking to somebody in jail beyond the rap song. It's in the rap song. It was just him talking to somebody. But anyway, here's one that I want to see. That I wanted to really highlight. The bill sponsors use the example of Bob Marley, who recorded "I shot the sheriff," which was not an actual confession to a real crime. Now, here's the thing about it, though. The context matters, right? "I shot the sheriff." When you're talking about Bob Marley, what could he be referring to? Was there ever a time where he was suspected of killing somebody? Was there anybody around him that killed the sheriff or was accused of killing the sheriff or was accused of killing somebody? Was there anybody around him that was involved in the street and could have killed someone? It could have killed a sheriff. Was there a sheriff killed in his particular hometown? Like, there's context there. There's a lot of guys that are in jail and rap lyrics were used in their case. Now, sometimes the rap lyrics, they kind of reach. Sometimes they reach because I think Boosie was in jail for something. I forget what it was. It might have been a murder case or attempt murder or something like that. That was a long story. I think it might have been an accident. It's a really long story. I don't want to get into, but they were using lyrics that didn't even make any, it was no connection. Lyrics long time ago, not talking about this particular person. They were showing like a propensity for violence. I don't think that's necessarily something, I don't think that would even work in court. Ain't no need in making the law prevent that from going into the evidence because it wouldn't even work in court. If you're talking about two neighbors having a dispute over a pool, I'm not sure if that's what it was, but let's just say what it was. They're having a dispute over a pool, and then somebody gets hurt, and you're bringing up lyrics from 10 years ago talking about how you shoot fellow drug dealers. I'm not sure how that really connects. You see what I'm saying? But in the case of Young Thug and Gunna, you're talking about how much you hate this guy, and you got guys that are in jail, and you're directing them to hurt that guy. I mean, come on. It's just put two and two together. Hold on. Now, here's something right here. Without further congressional action, the freedom of speech and of artistic expression present in music will continue to be stifled, and that expression will be chilled until the voices behind that protected speech are silenced, Johnson said in the statement. So that's Hank Johnson, Mr. If we keep going, the Guama's going to tip over. That's Hank Johnson. In the case of Young Thug and Gunna, they can talk about discussing things in their rap music, but they can't get locked up for it. Now, when it comes to consequences, that's a different story. If you admit to a murder in your song, or if you give the police a lead to a murder or another crime in your song, they can use that. And if there's a consequence that comes as a result of that, you got to face it, because it's not even about the speech. It's about what you did. The action of violating someone's rights. That's not right. That's not protected at all. So you can't just say, oh, well, nah, freedom of speech. That's not how that works. But anyway, Democratic Rep Jamal Bowman of New York, another co-sponsor of the bill, said in the same statement that he was, quote, deeply moved by the story of a 17-year-old serving a life sentence after having been convicted in part on lyric evidence. And in part, exactly. They don't talk about the other evidence, like, I don't know, a murder weapon, DNA on a murder weapon, a witness, a confession, written statement, a dead body, autopsy, okay, a CC camera. They ain't talk about all of that. A cell phone recording. They don't speak about all of that part. They just say that the lyrics were part of it. But anyway, 17 life sentence. He continues to pursue his art in the face of our carceral systems that would otherwise stifle black art. Don't make it a black thing. Don't make it a black thing at all. Don't put no race in this, because these guys wouldn't be in the penitentiary if not for the crimes that they were allegedly involved in. Young Thug, I mean, come on. Everybody know what time it is. Like, if you're living in Atlanta or around Atlanta, you know what time it is with Young Thug, YSL. You know what it is. There's no purpose in trying to act like they aren't what they are. That'll be it. If you want to read that article, I'll link to it in the box. I've been going for a while here because this is on my mind. This is on my heart. This whole thing, or you can't use rap lyrics against these guys. Yes, you can use rap lyrics against these guys. If these guys have committed crimes and there's a lead in their lyrics, if there's a lead in their lyrics that could point to a crime, follow the lead. Why can't I follow a lead? Basically, these guys, the rappers, are giving the police tips. Hey, there's a dead body on 17th and 8th, and I went down, I hit him in the face. All right, let's go to 17th and 8th Street in Anywhereville, USA, and let's just see if there's a dead body right there. Oh, here go a dead body. Oh, here go the gun. Oh, here go a cell phone with pictures on it, and that's the guy that was rapping it. The case is right there. Now, Hank Johnson and Jamal Bowman may say, oh, that's improper use of lyrics. He gave me a treasure map, and I went to the spot on the treasure map, and I found the body. That's what's going on right now with these rap lyrics. So no, don't sign this stupid, ridiculous bill. All it's going to do is just further tie up the police. They can't get things done. They're going to follow all the leads, all of them, in hopes of solving a case. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here? Would you be in favor of this act, against this act? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. This act is ridiculous. If the police have a lead, I say follow it. Don't just say, oh, we're not going to follow that lead because we think that that is somehow harmful. That somehow it goes against the black community. I don't care who it goes against. I don't care nothing about that. Follow the lead. Follow it. See where it takes you. If you solve the crime, then congratulations. That's what's supposed to happen. That is the ultimate goal of the whole situation, ain't it? To solve the crime, to get down to the bottom of it, bring the family and friends of the deceased some peace and resolution and closure. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.